Hi YouTube, this is a video of me using a James Wan slick to quickly flatten a board, a greenwood board, and I'm going to do a little bit of voiceover talking about how exactly I'm doing that. You'll see that since I'm trying to remove the wood as quickly as possible, I have the handle above parallel and I'm pushing the blade into the wood with my hand a couple inches from the edge of the blade. What that allows me to do is get a lot of force on the edge of the tool, and I can control a good long thick shaving. If I were trying to do a finishing cut, where I wanted to just smooth the surface like you would with a smoothing plane, I would hold that handle much more parallel to the surface, and I would put my fingers closer to the edge of the tool, and I could get the pressure exactly where I'm looking for, so I can get a nice, fine, thin ribbon shaving. A board this size will generally take between a half hour and 45 minutes while green with the slick. Usually when doing this type of work, you want to make sure you have a nice, heavy, and sturdy bench so that your bench doesn't walk across the floor and shake all over the place as this one is doing. My shop is not heated and it's winter right now, so I'm working inside with what I've got. But what it's doing is actually compromising my ability to just lean into the slick as I normally would. I'm actually forcing the slick much harder than is normally needed to get the same kind of result. You may have noticed that I'm taking all of my strokes parallel with the grain, and this is because when I rive the board, it's split in a slightly jagged way, but all the high spots and low spots are fairly parallel with the direction of the grain. So for the initial flattening process, this is what I'm doing. I'm lowering the high spots all along the length of the board. Occasionally it does appear like I'm sliding the slick around the board, and what I'm doing is I'm feeling the wood. I'm trying to feel for bumps, feel for that next spot that I need to take down that's high, or I'm looking for a divot that's low, and I'll peel next to that on either side to bring those sides down. And surprisingly, you may notice that there's no tear out, despite the fact that I've now used the slick in both directions on this board. Slicks, if you've sharpened them correctly, slicks are so sharp, even though they don't have a chip breaker, tear out is really, really minimal. You can get tear out in woods like pine or other woods where you have a grain that alternates hard soft, because what can happen is and this can happen with any edged tool in this wood, but what can happen with a slick, because it doesn't have a chip breaker, is that you'll get under one of those hard sections and you'll split the soft section and you can have a huge tear out. But in this board, since it is so green, I have virtually no risk of tear out with a slick this sharp. If you like what you see here, please subscribe, like, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me anything in the comments section below. Thanks. See you next time.